Hello, my name is Irving Gonzalez. I'm from Mexico. I've been a student at the California Intercontinental University, and this is my presentation for this class. So I started investigating, researching about Roche. Roche is a Swiss international healthcare company. It is operating worldwide. It basically focuses on pharmaceutical like diagnostic devices, treatments, especially for cancer and diabetes. Uh, it produces devices, and it basically focuses on a lot of research about the different symptoms for diabetes and cancer. So I decided to focus this presentation on some of the strategies that could relate or could help Roche. The first one is cost leadership. Basically, a firm that chooses this strategy, it will focus on gaining advantages by reducing costs. Um, when there is like a lot of competition, one differentiation that could work for the company could be to lower the costs. This will create kind of like a competitive advantage for having more revenue out of a lower cost, and also that could put in jeopardy the company because it will target customers in a lower economy rank, but it depends on the product, it depends on the customers, it depends on the market, but the company may have a risk by choosing this strategy, but may do good if the sales work. So kind of like relating this to Roche. Roche can reduce costs, and it's been trying to reduce costs by implementing new technology and also new ways for operations. Um, as I've said before, they focus on diabetes and cancer treatments, diagnostic devices. So for production, they focus on having high volumes and also having these laboratories everywhere and having this type of alliances with laboratories. So the book basically mentioned about this high volumes of production may help um, for operations or for production, for massive production, when having some new technology or when having some new ways or strategies for operations that will increase the production and lowering costs at the same time. Also, another strategy would be vertical integration. Vertical integration basically focuses on having some steps or stages, not only for production but also for research and development, for the taking of the decisions, the planning, retail selling, licenses, and all kinds of stuff. For Roche, they have focused on having some operations in different steps. Um, I can see that there might be like a step for preparing some ingredients for some medicine, or um, focus on maybe the temperature, or rest for the medicine, or taking time to do some research, any types of stages that could work in the production um, planning. So focusing on Roche, I would say that there are several steps. Some of them are here, for example, like raw materials, where they get the different materials or ingredients, or even the people to investigate or to research, sorry, and also all the components or all the studies for symptoms or for different things that the medicine or the diagnostic devices could work. Then they have some production, some different stages for production or final assembly as well. And then they focus on the selling, um, having some clients worldwide or even countries. For example, when the vaccines for COVID, um, there were different countries that were willing to buy from different laboratories or uh, brands like Roche or Johnson and Johnson or Pfizer or different others. So yeah, they have different clients and different ways for selling. Um, Another strategy will be the strategic alliances. Alliances work for um, the pharmaceutical industry as a way to lower the risk of investment. With that, I mean the for example, let's say Roche is trying to research or trying to come up with something like a solution for, let's say, cancer, and they've been working on this. They've been working on the different treatments, and I mean they haven't found something legit that will cure cancer, right? So, and this is not only with Roche, but also some other different laboratories. And I mean, someone could bet that they have invested a lot of money, but the reality is that there are many alliances or affiliations with different laboratories. And by having these alliances or affiliations, they reduce the risk of investing a lot of money in research and development or in production or in taking the time to survey or to have different experimenting um, for the cure or for getting the treatment right. And with the different alliances or affiliations, different laboratories are taking part of this, and the investment gets lower actually. So there's less risk for losing money and because of having these alliances. Alliances um, or partnerships could also be included as a way for merging or for having a joint venture. In this, I want to focus on the merger. Would be basically having these two companies. Uh, Maybe one could be more dominant than the other, but they basically merge together or they combine together, forming only one. Uh, there's some advantages for this, like um, more market share or more value in the products, but also there's some disadvantages here. For example, less flexibility on taking decisions, or also there are many clauses for um, that that could not help maybe when quitting or maybe when not being in agreement with something that the other company is doing or the other part of the company is doing. So I would say for pharmaceutical industry, the most beneficial way would be to have like a joint venture, or yes, as I mentioned before, just forming alliances. A joint venture here would be an ideal situation. In the manual or in the book for this class, we have seen different ways for that strategy alliances is very helpful. So the joint venture basically means to have these alliances and to form like an agreement for the future if the things that are being studied or that are being the work that is being done, if it works, the company can actually expand uh, with that alliance or grow more, even expanding to different markets or industries. So diversification is another strategy that I want to focus on. A product basically um, needs to be different or needs to be um, sold in other industries or markets for the company to expand or to grow. Um, Basically, a product diversification strategy refers to when a company enters the market and diversifies in different industries. And then the product or service can be sold in these industries. were participating. The diversification allows for more people to know about the product or the company or the brand. Uh, the company needs to find like a specific or not specific, like the good product or service that can be sold or that can be provided in this new market or in this new industry. If the company struggles on finding this product or service, then it will be hard to be actually on the market. In conclusion, companies in the pharmaceutical industry make a lot of investments. I would say it would be more beneficial for them to be participating in alliances for the investment to be low risky and to have more benefits on the alliances. And also, I would say that they need to find ways to reduce costs for production or for research and development. The alliances also work there as they can find more ways to study along with some local laboratories. Um, there is also vertical integration, which focuses on the different steps for production. Um, there are different ways for vertical integration to work, some backwards, some upward, and basically in conclusion, there should be like a balance for a company in these different strategies and find the best that could work for the market, for the industry, for the product, for their budget, and work from there. Here are my references, and thank you so much.